If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. One's salvation could only be brought about through his own efforts. Great moments are born great opportunity. We are all one. Only egos, beliefs, and fears separate us. Universal peace is a beautiful dream, but not at once realizable. Science is but a perversion of itself unless it has as its ultimate goal the betterment of humanity. When natural inclination develops into a passionate desire, one advances towards his goal in 7-league boots. A new idea must not be judged by its immediate results. Merciless is the law of nature, and rapidly and irresistibly we are drawn to our doom. To know each other we must reach beyond the sphere of our sense perceptions. Most persons are so absorbed in the contemplation of the outside world that they are wholly oblivious to what is passing on within themselves. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. We crave for new sensations but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today common occurrences. Life is and will ever remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. One of the most gratifying results of intellectual evolution is the continuous opening up of new and greater prospects. The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. It is the most important product of his creative brain. Its ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of the forces of nature to human needs. Instinct is something which transcends knowledge. Genius is its own passport, and has always been ready to change habitats until the natural one is found. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. Inventors don't have time for married life. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6 and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Be alone, that is when ideas are born. Peace can only come as a natural consequence of universal enlightenment and merging of races, and we are still far from this blissful realization. Our first endeavors are purely instinctive, promptings of an imagination vivid and undisciplined. As we grow older, reason asserts itself and we become more and more systematic and designing. Deficient observation is merely a form of ignorance and responsible for the many morbid notions and foolish ideas prevailing. If we want to avert an impending calamity in a state of things which may transform this globe into an inferno, we should push the development of flying machines and wireless transmission of energy without an instant's delay and with all the power and resources of the nation. Invention is the most important product of man's creative brain. The ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of human nature to human needs. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Misunderstandings are always caused by the inability of appreciating one another's point of view. This again is due to the ignorance of those concerned, not so much in their own, as in their mutual fields. Every living being is an engine geared to the wheelwork of the universe. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. There are at present draconian and unconstitutional measures in this country against the consumption of alcohol, but coffee, tea, tobacco, chewing gum and other stimulants which are freely used even at a young age, in terms of the number of deaths, are very or more harmful to the body. The by far greater number of human beings are never aware of what is passing around and within them, and millions fall victims of disease and die prematurely just on this account. There is scarcely a subject that cannot be mathematically treated and the effects calculated or the results determined beforehand from the available theoretical and practical data. We are just waves in time and space, changing continuously, and the illusion of individuality is produced through the concatenation of the rapidly succeeding phases of existence. What we define as likeness is merely the result of the symmetrical arrangement of molecules which compose our body. Each day we go to our work in the hope of discovering, in the hope that someone, no matter who, may find a solution of one of the pending great problems, and each succeeding day we return to our task with renewed ardor, and even if we are unsuccessful, our work has not been in vain, for in these strivings, in these efforts, we have found hours of untold pleasure, and we have directed our energies to the benefit of mankind. Instinct is something which transcends knowledge. We have, undoubtedly, certain finer fibers that enable us to perceive truths when logical deduction, or any other willful effort of the brain, is futile. We should begin at the very root from which we spring. We should effect a radical reform in the character of the food. Everyone should consider his body as a priceless gift from one whom he loves above all, a marvelous work of art, of indescribable beauty, and mystery beyond human conception, and so delicate that a word, a breath, a look, nay, a thought may injure it. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. Most certainly, some planets are not inhabited, but others are, and among these there must exist life under all conditions and phases of development. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. The gift of mental power comes from God, divine being, and if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. My mother had taught me to seek all truth in the Bible. Every effort under compulsion demands a sacrifice of life energy. I never paid such a price. On the contrary, I have thrived on my thoughts. War cannot be avoided until the physical cause for its recurrence is removed, and this, in the last analysis, is the vast extent of the planet on which we live. The scientific man does not aim at an immediate result. He does not expect that his advanced ideas will be readily taken up. His work is like that of the planter, for the future. His duty is to lay the foundation for those who are to come, and point the way. He lives and labors and hopes. But instinct is something which transcends knowledge. We have, undoubtedly, certain finer fibers that enable us to perceive truths when logical deduction, or any other willful effort of the brain, is futile. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. My method is different. I do not rush into actual work. When I get an idea, I start at once building it up in my imagination. I change the construction, make improvements, and operate the device entirely in my mind. The individual is ephemeral, races and nations come and pass away, but man remains. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. Comment: yes, if you like the quotes of Serbian-American inventor Nikola Tesla.